Are you tired of wasting credits or overpaying when your AI agents perform basic tasks? In this video, I'll show you a game-changing system where AI agents dynamically select their own brain based on the specific task at hand. This smart approach doesn't just save you money, it significantly boosts performance. You'll get complete visibility into which models are being selected based on your inputs, and we'll examine the resulting outputs together. Think of it as giving your AI agent the right tool for the job, instead of always using a sledgehammer to crack a nut. Let's dive in and see this intelligent model switching in action. The secret to our system is OpenRouter as our chat model interface. For those new to OpenRouter, it's your ultimate AI matchmaker that connects you to over 300 different models through a single integration point. Here's how our clever two-agent system works. The first agent, powered by a free model like Gemini 2.0 Flash, analyzes your specific task and selects the ideal AI model for the job. Then whatever model is chosen gets automatically deployed by our second agent, which uses that specialized brain to leverage its tools and generate the perfect output for you. It's like having an AI assistant who knows exactly which expert to call for each unique challenge. Let's dive a bit deeper, and I'll show you how this is set up. In our first agent, we have a prompt, and that is basically what the user sent into the system. In this case, tell me a dad joke. To get it in here, just drag chat input and drop it in. We also have a system prompt. When you set up the agent, it will not show the system prompt and will look like this. Just open this dropdown and select System Message. Now you can paste in the prompt. Now click on Test Step. As you can see, it selected a model that best suits our request. Sometimes these models will add new line characters, which I'll show you how to remove in just a moment. Let's move on to the next agent. In this agent, we also have a prompt that incorporates the original message from the input chat. The system prompt only contains a statement indicating the current date. In the Model section, you'll notice all the models available through OpenRouter. To make this dynamic so it can be driven by the Model Selector agent, we need to set this to expression and drag the output of the Model Selector agent in here. Now let's see how this performs. Let's start with something simple again, like, who is Elvis Presley? Oops, I forgot something. Remember when I showed you the new line character some models add to the end of their output? To get rid of that, we need to add .trimEnd after the output. This will strip away that character. Now let's try the question again. As you can see, that was pretty fast because only a lightweight model was needed, and it's probably a free model too. Let's do one more. I'll try the classic how many R's in raspberry and see what model it uses. As you can see, the models got it right. They used to really struggle with this, and only the larger ones could do it. I'm curious to see what model was used. Well, look at that. I'm actually surprised this model was chosen too. I would have picked one of the larger models myself, so right off the bat this process has already saved us some money. Let's hop over to OpenRouter, and I'll show you how to check the costs. Just hover over this drop-down menu and select Activity. Here you can see my recent queries, and notice how incredibly affordable it is. Even though some models are completely free, OpenRouter does need to charge a small fee to cover their expenses, but we're still talking impressively economical rates here. OpenRouter does have the ability to select models automatically, but after extensive testing, I can confidently say this method doesn't provide nearly this level of control. Doing it our way gives us much more fine-grained control over exactly which models to use. This approach lets us be much more precise with our selections, rather than relying on automated choices. To choose the right models for your model selector, you can leverage resources like Vellum, an excellent LLM leaderboard. Browse through categories such as reasoning, math, coding, and tool use capabilities. All these comparison options are conveniently available, right where you select models and analyze their differences. Scroll down and you'll find a treasure trove of information, a comprehensive model comparison with all the stats that matter. Check out context window sizes, costs, and processing speeds at a glance. It's an incredibly useful resource, though keep in mind it might not always reflect the very latest updates. As you can see here, it was last updated on April 17th, while today's the 30th, so the newest 4.1 models haven't made their debut on this chart yet. Let's do one more, slightly more challenging this time. I used ChatGPT to come up with this one. You have 3 boxes. One contains only apples, one contains only oranges, and one contains a mix of both. All 3 boxes are incorrectly labeled. You're allowed to pick just one fruit from one box without looking inside. How can you determine the correct label for each box? So let's see what it does. Another error appears. OpenAI 01 isn't a valid ID. Let me double-check the spelling. Ah yes, I see the problem. It's not 01, it's the letter O followed by the number 1. Let's try that again. If you encounter this error, don't panic. It's simply because the larger models have very spacious context windows, and n8n sets them to maximum by default. Let's fix this together. Navigate to the model settings, click on Add Options, and select Maximum Number of Tokens. Let's set it to something more reasonable, like 2000. Much better. Now, let's give it another shot and watch the magic happen. Success! And we know by the previous errors that we fixed, the system selected OpenAI 01. Let's check our costs in OpenRouter. Wow, notice how much more expensive this request is compared to our previous ones. This perfectly illustrates why it's important to always select the most appropriate model for your specific task. No need to use a sledgehammer when a regular hammer will do the job just fine. Thank you for watching this tutorial to the end. If you found this workflow helpful, or it sparked ideas for your own automation journey, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps more productivity enthusiasts discover these time-saving techniques. Until next time, keep automating the boring stuff. I'll see you in the next video.